and Kurupt came in as far as Kurupt came in. Me and Snoop and a few of our other homeboys, we was at the Roxy Club in Hollywood, and my homegirl Diamond, which is Kurupt's dog, that's one of his good friends. We was at a talent thing, and Snoop name was ringing, so she was like, "My homeboy Kurupt is a battle anybody."
Wow.
And so, we like, "Shoot, what's up? Like, what y'all want to do?"
Hmm.
So we formed a circle. Snoop got down on one knee like he do. I got in the middle because what I do, my job in that at that time was I'll point at something and Snoop rap about it.
Wow. Yeah.
So he was just vicious with the freestyling. So the Corrupt say something, you got a pinky finger on your ring, and that's true. But if you look at mine, I got one too.
Huh.
So I was like, whoa, wow.
Yeah.
And so we was battling and battling and battling to where they kicked us out of there like off the sidewalk, like y'all gotta go. And so I told Corrupt, I said, look, I said, let me get your number. So I got his number, and I called him about maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, and I said, man, are you free? And he was like, yeah. I said, I want to do some songs on you. So he came up to the studio up in the valley. I did 5 songs on him, and I let Dre and Suge hear a song called. I let him hear the whole thing,
Right.
but the main song was "What More Can I Say," which was a record I did with him. And the way we did it was the board, and the cassette deck was routed. It was all routed, and the mic, everything was routed. So when I hit record on the tape deck, and he get on the mic, it's recording through the board into the tape deck onto the cassette. So we had to do one takes. It wasn't no
Wow.
you got to stop and punch in.
Nah.
You had to go straight through that.
Messed it up.
Nah,
Messed it up.
if you messed up, we got to start over.
Damn.
You get to the end and say one thing messed up, and we got to start over. So I think we did maybe 2 takes, and Corrupt nailed that. Every song we did, he nailed it. And I let Dre and Suge them hear that. It was like we want to sign him. And then from that point, Corrupt's people came in. That's when it was time for him to have somebody to represent him come in. It was Broomfield now. 2 cats that was from '60s. I know Big U said that he managed him, but I didn't. I only dealt with Broomfield now.
Right.
I didn't even know who he was. I think that came on later.
Right.
But Broomfield and them is the people who that did the deal for Corrupt with Death Row. And so I was just like, I be hearing everybody saying how they put Corrupt
Right.
on. I put him on with Death Row, and that's where his career started. Even though he was doing other things at the, they had a couple of places around LA. I forgot the name of it where artists were going there. And
The Roxy?
no, it wasn't the Roxy, not this one, but it was like the Roxy, where they would let artists come in and get down. The Freestyle Fellowship was even a part of that. They was another dope group that people don't even know about. That was RBX was a part of that era, that the Freestyle Fellowship era with Gunja K and
Wow.
Mikey Nine and all them and Peace and all of them. And so all of that, man, was just